Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in this episode of The Hypnotist, you're going to be listening to a hypnosis session based on the theme of codependent relationships. And it was created for a client that had had a very bad experience as a result of being in a codependent relationship that led to an undesirable outcome. And one of the silver linings of the cloud of an undesirable outcome normally is wisdom and insight, that you become wiser than you were before that thing happened. Bad experience quite often leads to the wisdom that can then lead to better experiences. So in this session, what you're going to listen to is a form of disassociation using a location that they were familiar with and were going to be in as a way of taking them out of their normal day-to-day reality, and then suggestions that are based on the idea of empowered intuition, that almost the intuition is enhanced based on experience and the beliefs and the insight gleaned from quite often tough times. So if you've had, let's say, a codependent relationship in the past and you're looking to avoid a codependent relationship in the future, this is a good session to have the ability to be discerning and to almost inoculate the possibility of a codependent relationship by one, knowing what is a codependent relationship and some of the red flags and signals that could lead to a relationship which quite often is two parties depending on each other rather than enhancing the relationship of each other. If you feel that, let's say, you're struggling in the aftermath of a relationship or dealing with other emotional issues, hypnosis certainly can help with that. And there will be a link in the show notes where you can schedule a free consultation call to explore working with me. For now, though, you might find this session is helpful for you. So find a quiet, comfortable place where you won't be disturbed, relax, and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe in a slow, resourceful breath of relaxation. And as you exhale, just allow any feelings of stress or tension, fears or worries to feel like they're melting away and leaving your body in your outward breath. As you breathe in and breathe out, notice how the tiny muscles around your eyelids, eyebrows, even your forehead start to soften and release that tension. Notice the tiny muscles in the jaw, the back of your neck, and all of the tiny muscles that go down your neck, that surround your voice box, esophagus. Feel those muscles release, finding it easier to breathe in and breathe out. Feel a wonderful feeling of tension melting away. Feel an enjoyable feeling of drowsiness, coziness, relaxation. And as your body relaxes, your imagination awakens. I want you to imagine what it would feel like to be a superhero that can fly. Maybe you can remember a time when you were a child pretending to be a superhero. Maybe you were wearing a costume, maybe there was a cape. And just imagine how it would feel to have that playful imagination of a child. Maybe you can even imagine there is a cape on your back and you are holding the posture of a superhero. And imagine that you are levitating there off the ground, feeling a wonderful feeling of powerfulness. Imagine floating up, and just imagine a wonderful feeling of gliding and flying over rooftops and treetops, perhaps even oceans. And I want you to imagine that you are flying all the way across oceans and deserts, mountain ranges, all the way to the Welsh Mountains in northern Wales, the magnificent landscape of Snowdonia. Feel a wonderful feeling of the unique perspective of a bird's eye view. Feel a sense of gliding, effortless and yet powerful, until you find an impressive mountaintop with incredible views of lakes and natural scenery. Touch down on that mountaintop. Feel the rock-solid certainty of earth beneath your feet. Breathe in that fresh, natural, clean air that only exists there at the top of a mountain. Feel that you're somewhere unique, where all the problems of the past don't exist. Breathe in that fresh air, exhale anything that no longer serves you, and stare into the lake that is so reflective it mirrors back the clouds, the mountains, the sky, almost like a giant mirror. As you breathe in and breathe out, feel a wonderful feeling of acceptance. That the past can be the past, and even difficult times always have a gift. And feel that you can be grateful for the gift attached to the adversity of your past. And maybe part of that gift is resilience, wisdom, an evolved identity. As you start to feel that you've never been so empowered, that your intuition is now like a sharp sword. It needed the experience of emotional battles, that your intuition is now battle tested. Your intuition is now sharp, helping you to be discerning, leading to great decisions. And sometimes they say that great decisions come from bad decisions. Bad decisions come from difficult times. And just feel that you can be grateful for the past that your intuition is now stronger, wiser, and more empowered than ever before. As you breathe in that fresh mountain air, I want you to get a sense that the experiences of the past have equipped you for a future relationship where you become prepared, primed, and ready. They say that in life you don't get what you deserve, you get what you tolerate. And feel a wonderful feeling that your boundaries are now stronger and clearer than ever before. That you will receive better in the future because you will only tolerate the things that you truly deserve. As you breathe in and breathe out, have a wonderful feeling that your future is brighter than your past. As you stand upon that mountaintop, imagine being surrounded by a shield of confidence, protecting you from any previous tendencies that could lead to codependency. Breathe in, breathe out, and with each breath in, strengthen your belief in your self-worth. And with each breath out, release any need for the approval of anyone else. Feel that there are roots growing from your feet into the mountaintop. And these roots represent your independence growing deeper, providing a stable foundation for a balanced relationship in the future. Focus on the location of your heart and imagine it glowing in a bright color. And that bright light can symbolize trust. As the light glows brighter, your willingness to trust and be trusted grows stronger. Every self-affirming thought gives you a feeling of increased trust. Your voice is valuable, and your communication in relationships is clear, open, and received. You can want a relationship without needing a relationship. And imagine there is a magnet inside you that attracts mutual respect, but also that repels any dynamics that undermine your confidence or your self-esteem. Allow the sense of emotional safety to wrap around you like a warm, comforting blanket, ensuring that you always honor your feelings and your empowered intuition. See yourself as a beacon of transparency and honesty, and therefore only attracting those who value and live by the very same principles. Cultivate the knowledge that your integrity is unbreakable. As you think back to previous choices and decisions where you weren't willing to compromise on your integrity, therefore knowing that it guides you in all decisions and any future relationship. So picture that relationship where both energies meet in harmony, creating a synergy that uplifts both you and your partner. Reinforce the idea that friendship is the cornerstone of any romantic connection you establish. Allow your empowered intuition to start creating immovable red lines, deal breakers, raising your standards as high as a Welsh mountain. Believe in your ability to set healthy boundaries and to adhere to them, knowing this leads to a balanced and fulfilling relationship. You can have the boundaries, but you have no interest in second guessing. You unlock all of your skills and abilities to communicate those boundaries in empowered, healthy, clear ways. Trust that you have the wisdom to recognize signs of a healthy partnership, guided by your inner truth and strength. And feel that your past experiences have prepared you, inoculated you, laid the very foundations for improved discernment in the future, conscious or unconscious. As you acknowledge your right to a relationship where laughter, love, and friendship are abundant, notice you can let go of any need for fixing another person or needing them to be dependent on you. Embrace the concept of interdependence as the ideal, where support is mutual and no one's identity is overshadowed. Feel a wonderful feeling of empowerment, that you have every right to express your needs and desires, knowing that a worthy partner will meet them with understanding and kindness, but also that is reciprocal, that you want to know the needs and desires of your partner and a willingness to meet those with understanding and kindness likewise. Stand firm in your conviction that love enhances your strengths and does not prey on perceived weaknesses. Begin to look inwards and know that in the garden of your soul, you cultivate the flowers of self-love and self-respect. You can't give what doesn't exist within you. So allow yourself to be the very best version of yourself. See every experience as an opportunity to hold yourself to high standards, to be open to the possibility of a synergistic win-win relationship where everyone benefits. You can want that relationship without being desperate or needing it. The things that existed within you in the past that may have led to codependent relationships are no longer there. Feel that the wounds of the past have been healed, or the ignorance of the past has been replaced with wisdom. That previous choices couldn't be made because you're a different person to the person you were in the past. As you breathe in and breathe out, feel Your empowered intuition is stronger, wiser, and more discerning than ever before. And allow every decision you make in the world of love and relationships to be a reflection of your highest self, one that honors both you and the person you choose to be with. Breathe in, breathe out. Allow those roots into the mountaintop to retract back into your body, knowing that you can lay ropes and feel that stability and security whenever you need to. Feel yourself levitating once more. And levitate just a meter or so above that pristine lake. And see your own reflection in the surface of the lake. And see you at your absolute best, embodying all of the qualities you admire and respect within yourself. It's now time to fly all the way back to the present version of you that's been lost in your imagination as you fly back over oceans and mountains, treetops and rooftops. Fly back to the present location. Observe yourself looking relaxed, looking comfortable, breathing in and out slowly and deeply, and then step into your current self, feeling your empowered intuition is stronger, wiser, and more discerning than ever before as you take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and feel connected fully in the present moment. As I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you, starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.